Welcome to Between the Shelves, the premier Save a Library podcast. I am your host, Alex, and on this episode, we are doing AniMAY. And you know what that means? We're doing it. So you know what that means? My guests for this episode are Tori. Welcome again, Tori.
Here I am.
And Christina.
Hello.
Hello. So, what are we doing for this anime? How are we celebrating this anime?
Alex finally broke us down and got me to do a subject that I never wanted to discuss.
Well, timing was on my side. I've been pitching this since the beginning of anime, but...
Since anime in memorial.
But, yeah, we're finally doing it. We're ranking Studio Ghibli films. All 25 of them? Ish. So we got a lot to cover today. Should we just jump right into it? Do we have any... Oh, wait. We're in episode 102. How could I forget? Smash that like and subscribe button, people.
And this is our new era. You gotta smash that like and subscribe.
Is there any other order, any business that we need to...
I think that some bookkeeping about how we're ranking them might be in order.
Okay.
An important thing to mention is I don't think any of us have seen all of the movies. I've seen most of them, but some of them I also don't remember well. So I didn't rank ones that I know I haven't seen or that I don't remember enough to give an authoritative opinion.
I have seen, I think, 22 of 25. I'll talk about the categories that we're going to be ranking them in. So if you've heard any of our other ranking episodes before, we're ranking the films into 4 categories. The top category, the top tier, is must see. So these are films that should be seen by fans of film in general. These are just classics. They should be enjoyed by anyone who enjoys movies. The next category beneath must see is worth a watch or worth watching. These are great films that should be seen by animation fans or anime fans or those who are looking to explore more after seeing the must-sees. The next category beneath that are diehards. So these are films that are by no means bad, but appeal more to enthusiasts of anime or Ghibli fans, or those who are looking for more like hidden treasures. And then last is skip. So these are the films that are either not very good or not worth your time, and should only really be seen by sickos and completionists like me. Clear?
Clear.
Yeah, I didn't have this ranking system when I ranked mine, so I might have to do some mental calculations.
This always happens.
Classic. All right, let's get into it. So, if you're not familiar with Studio Ghibli, they were founded in 1985 by anime industry legends Hayao Miyazaki and Isao Takahata. Studio Ghibli is probably recognized as one of the greatest animation studios ever, maybe after Disney. They've won countless accolades, and their brands are recognized worldwide. And we're going to get into it right now. So, should we start with Nausicaä Valley of the Wind, 1984?
Nausicaä of the Valley.
Of the Valley of the Wind. I always trip that up. This is written and directed by Hayao Miyazaki. It's set in a post-nuclear futuristic world, and it tells the story of Nausicaä, the pacifist teenage princess of the Valley of the Wind, who becomes embroiled in a struggle with an empire that attempts to use an ancient weapon to eradicate a jungle populated by oversized mutant insects.
Don't you hate when you get embroiled in a struggle?
Oh, I love a good embroiled. Flip on both sides, medium rare. What are your thoughts on Nausicaä of the Valley of the Wind? Technically was released before Studio Ghibli existed.
Very technically.
Very technically. But we're going to include it because there would be no Studio Ghibli without this film. I like it a lot.
I like it a lot too. I think it's a beautiful movie. It's got a lot going on in it, but I think it's a good introduction to like the elements that become really standard in a lot of later Ghibli movies, like ecology and a young woman saving the day and going on an emotional journey and weird creatures. Like, it's got all of that.
Yeah, all the elements are right there from the beginning. What are you, Christina? What are your thoughts?
This is one that altered my brain chemistry as a child. I read the manga years before I saw the movie, because my library had the entire set for some reason, even though it had 0 other manga.
Wow.
So this is the definitive manga. Don't read anything else.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I added an additional rating system, which is the best creature for each movie.
Nice.
And Tato is the best creature in Nausicaa Valley of the Wind. Nausicaa of the Valley of the Wind.
I didn't even think about ranking the creatures.
Who is Tato?
He's the little yellow guy.
Okay.
He kind of looks like a cat. He's always on Nausicaa's shoulder.
I think from the description, it sounds like a creature, but there are so many more that are more memorable. So if I was going to creature rank, it's got to be towards the bottom for me.
You'd rank an Ohm?
Ohm is like 3/4 of the way up of the scale, I think.
All right, let's rank this and move on unless we have any final thoughts on Nausicaa.
Pull up the Ranky here because I don't have.
We have a visual.
Pull up the Ranky.
Pull up the
Listeners
Ranky.
can't see this, but we do have a visual aid. We have, like I said, 25 movies we need to keep track of here.
I called Nausicaa must see.
Same.
Okay, I had it as worth a watch only because I think there's better things to come, but I'm outvoted and I'm not going to fight it at all because it's a great movie. Nausicaa, you're a must-see.
Yay, Nausicaa! You did it.
Woo.
Next up, we have Castle in the Sky, 1986, also written and directed by Hayao Miyazaki. It's about a young boy and girl with a magical crystal who must race against pirates and foreign agents in a search for a legendary floating castle. I watched this one a long time ago. I vaguely remember it, but I did rewatch the trailer just to kind of get like a refresher, and it looks great. Like it's a really fun stunning movie. For an 80s or an 86. Like this is before the Disney Renaissance, and it looks fantastic. Lots of action. Kind of reminds me of the Castle of Cagliostro, which came out before Studio Ghibli in terms of its kind of action set pieces and stuff. I had this as worth a watch. I think it should hold up pretty well, but it's not an essential Ghibli film.
I also have this as worth a watch, almost, I would say like 99% because of the really cool old lady in the movie who has like a flying machine that's very funny looking, but she's a pirate, but she just looks cool as heck flying around on that thing, and that's worth a watch in itself.
Yeah.
But the movie is also very good.
What'd you have this one, Christina?
Die Hards. I actually find this movie incredibly boring.
Wow.
Okay.
I have never been able to sit through its entirety in one sitting. I have to watch it in like 15-minute increments.
I would almost say don't watch it at all. Like it sounds like you would put it as skip, really.
Well, apparently I'm very wrong about this because it was voted like the best animated film of all time in various polls in Japan and stuff. So
I don't know if I can agree with that.
Like recently.
Interesting. I think it has longevity. So, I do think it holds up. Having seen it in a long time, so I can't say that definitively, but I think it's worth a watch. And I think, Tori, you had it. Is that it?
I also have it as worth a watch. Christina, is this ranking including the cool flying machine with the pirate woman on it?
Wow. Unfortunately.
Did you hear Tori talking about the cool flying machine?
That didn't convince you.
It did not convince me.
All right. Well, unfortunately, you're outvoted, and we need to move on. This is going in worth a watch.
It's going to happen a lot.
Moving on to 1988's My Neighbor Totoro, perhaps the most recognizable film in the entire filmography of Studio Ghibli.
This is about to be contentious.
Written and directed again by Hayao Miyazaki. It is about two sisters who move to the country with their father in order to be closer to their hospitalized mother and discover the surrounding trees are inhabited by Totoros, magical spirits of the forest. When the youngest runs away from home, the older sister seeks help from the spirits to find her. Okay, Tori, you think this is yours?
Christina, don't you have a controversial opinion about this?
I hate this movie.
Wow. Both of you hate it?
No.
Oh, okay.
Only just her.
Well,
this is one of my favorite movies.
Yeah. Let's hear it.
I saw it as an adult. It's just deeply sad. It's a very sad movie about two small girls basically escaping to a fantasy world because their mom is super sick. Like, it is so sad.
It's very sad.
That's valid, but I have the perspective of I watched this as a child, and I guess I approached it from the kid's perspective and never have left it. It's easy to forget the sad parts because there's so much magical stuff going on that you're feeling so like you wish you were there. Like it didn't even occur to me to think about the mom because they barely show her. and there's just, they're going on a cat bus flying through the air. They're going through magical paths in the woods. It's so whimsical. And yeah, I watched it a lot when I was a kid, and I think that it altered my brain chemistry.
So I didn't see it as a kid. I saw it as a preteen, or I guess that is still technically a kid, but I didn't see it maybe for like that target age that it was going for. I love this movie. I think this is a must-see. The sadness is only honestly a positive in my eyes, because you don't get many children's movies that show like, this emotional depth.
We're about to go through like 85 of them.
There's one,
but this is the first.
Yeah.
And I think it set the precedent for animated movies to follow. I think Disney probably saw this movie and was like, wow, you can do that? And I love this movie. I think the creatures are great if I'm ranking creatures.
Yeah, how do you rank the Totoros as a creature?
Or
the cat bus?
Well, I'll say this. They're not my best creature. The Soot Sprites are the best creature.
Of all, or of the movie?
Of this movie.
But how is there an overall ranking, or you just picked
No,
your
I only
favorite
just picked my
creature?
favorite. No, I think the cat bus is terrifying.
Because you go inside and there's...
No, everything about the way he is drawn is terrifying.
I love it.
This movie was not for me.
I will also say, I don't think any of us said it. It's must watch to me.
Yeah.
Also just because the branding of it has become synonymous with Studio Ghibli. Like, they're frequently represented by a Totoro. Like,
their literal logo of the company is Totoro.
Yeah. So it has to be must watch just to understand what they do and what their movies are.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Sorry, Christina.
Oh no, I knew.
She's been known.
Yeah.
One, if I can ask, there's 2 English versions of this movie plus the Japanese. I'm assuming that we all maybe have seen dubbed English voice casts. I watched the original English voice dub with non-famous people. Did you guys watch that one or the one with the Fanning sisters?
Whichever one is on HBO Max.
The one with the Fanning sisters.
I've seen them both at various times. I will say, just going back to like the age appropriateness of this movie and nostalgia. So I have a young son, and I showed this to him when he was 4 years old, thinking like, cute Totoros, like this is going to be a great children's movie, and he liked it a lot. And he didn't pick up on the sad parts at all. Like their mom having, I think it's like tuberculosis or cancer or something like horrible. Only I was picking up on that part. And I kept checking with him to see like, is he picking up on any of this? And he was either just checking out at those scenes and waiting for the Totoro or the cat bus again. But it kept his attention, and at 4 years old. So it does offer something for kids too. Okay, let's move on. Also in 1988, the same year as My Neighbor Totoro, Studio
released at the same time, actually.
At the same day, I believe.
Double feature.
What a double feature this would be.
No, it was literally a double feature.
Oh, it literally was.
Yes.
Wow. Talk about leaving the theater in a very sad, confused state. They release Grave of the Fireflies. This is the first movie that is not directed and written by Hayao Miyazaki. It is written and directed by Isao Takahata. And it is about the final months of World War II. And it follows a 14-year-old Seita and his sister Setsuko, who are orphaned when their mother is killed during an air raid on Kobe, Japan. With no surviving relatives and their emergency rations depleted, Seita and Setsuko struggle to survive.
One of the most upsetting movies ever made.
Yes, I have seen many, many, many movies in my day, and this is definitely up there with one of the saddest movies. I always get choked up when I can bring myself to watch this movie, but it's one of my favorite movies, period.
I refuse to watch it.
That's fair. Because of how upsetting it is?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I actually didn't rank it just because I think everyone should maybe see it once, but then I don't think you need to watch it again.
Definitely not.
It is worth watching once, but I also understand not ever wanting to see it just because it is so devastating.
I haven't seen it since I had kids, and I don't think I could bring myself to watching it again because it would just be so devastating. Mm-hmm. That said, if you're a film buff, I think you have to see this movie.
Film period, yeah.
It's fantastic. And for that reason, using my criteria that I outlined at the beginning of the episode, I think it is a must-see movie, but I completely understand it being something that you might want to avoid.
I think for that reason, I would put it at worth a watch because people should watch it, but mustn't.
Some people should watch it.
Okay, I think
Can we
that's...
put one in the middle of the...
Like a half step.
Yeah.
I think it's fair that this goes in worth a watch.
I think people would, just looking at the graphic, would think we're crazy for that, though.
You know,
It's fine.
Just put it in the middle. Straddling
You
the
don't
lines.
see
Yeah,
it.
like that.
Okay.
Oh my god.
It's straddling the line between must-see and worth a watch.
Halfway between.
I love our wishy-washiness. All right, moving on. Unless we have other things to say about Grave of the Fireflies.
Oh, I do want to mention the double feature of it. They put Totoro second so that people did not leave the theater upset.
If people made it to My Neighbor Totoro.
Sure.
Okay. Next year, Studio Ghibli releases Kiki's Delivery Service. Back to written and directed by Hayao Miyazaki. It is about a young witch on her mandatory year of independent life who finds fitting into a new community difficult while she supports herself by running an air courier service. What are your thoughts on Kiki's Delivery Service?
I love this movie.
I
think it's super cute. Best creature, Gigi.
A cat can be a creature?
Yeah, it's anything.
It's anything?
Anything that's not human.
Okay. Well, I also love this movie. I was trying to be impartial, though, like not actually judge it based on my personal opinion, but more of what I thought about the movie culturally. Because I also grew up watching this. I had it on VHS. I would watch it constantly. So nostalgia is a big factor, but so I put it at worth a watch, even though it's one of my personal favorite ones. Because it's just not, it doesn't have a lot of impact like some of the other ones, I think.
Yeah, I think Kiki is a very recognizable figure, though, in the Ghibli verse. I didn't watch this one as a kid, so I don't have the nostalgia factor. I watched it later, and I had this as a diehard because...
Wow.
Rude.
Yeah, well, that's just where it hits for me. I didn't have the nostalgia for it.
You just hate magical girls.
He does famously hate magical girls.
No argument.
I also think that this has such a low-key voice cast compared to some of the other ones that got dubbed into English, and I think that's a plus for it. It had Kirsten Dunst, who was a child at the time, so not a huge star, and Phil Hartman. The celebrities that they got were not A-list, take you out of the movie recognizable voices, and then they had a lot of legit voice actors in it. So I think that makes a good argument for it being enjoyable by anyone, And also, the original VHS version of it had 2 original English songs sung by Sidney Forrest that really make the movie. And they took it out, and you can't hear them now, but you can find them on YouTube. They're called Soaring and I'm Gonna Fly, and they evoke the spirit of the movie so well. Do you know these songs?
No.
Did you watch it on tape?
No. I had a DVD copy that I bought at Best Buy and played on my PlayStation 2.
It's a little later than me. Well, I recommend looking up those songs because they... Maybe Alex, if you hear those songs, it'll move you up from
Is this
Die Hard.
one of the 12 that Mark Hamill is in?
No, it is not. Should have been maybe.
He just always plays some wizened
character. Where did you have this one, Christina?
Worth a watch.
Worth a watch.
All right, it's going in worth a watch.
Which is a crime, but...
All right, moving on. 1991's Only Yesterday, written and directed by Isao Takahata. In lyrical switches between the present and the past, Taiko contemplates the arc of her life and wonders if she has been true to the dreams of her childhood self. Have either of you seen this movie?
I think I saw it a long time ago, but I didn't remember any details, so I didn't rank it.
I've also never seen this.
Okay, I did see it and I have rewatched it recently. I love this movie. I have it as worth a watch. It is not an essential movie, but it is has some depth to it. It's not a children's movie either, so which is kind of Isao Takahata sort of.
His are more serious than adult.
Yeah, and I really do appreciate his work. I think this movie really holds up well. It has a lot of adult themes in it on looking back at your past and questioning your choices. It dwells on regrets a lot, and it's just really well told, and the structure of the story is very interesting, where it bounces back and forth between the past and the present. It's just like a really well-made movie. I think this one is definitely worth your time. So I'm putting it worth a watch.
Well, it's got to go on the side.
We're going to run out of space. Okay, moving on to Porco Rosso, 1992, written and directed by Hayao Miyazaki. In 1930s Italy, sky pirates terrorize wealthy cruise ships as they sail the Adriatic Sea. The only pilot brave enough to stop the scourge is the mysterious Porco Rosso, a former World War I flying ace who has somehow turned into a pig during the war.
That's Miyazaki for you.
I'm not going to tip my hand, but I've had this as worth a watch. I really like this movie.
I didn't rank it because it's been a very long time since I saw it, and I think my memory of how absurd the premise is does not match up with how good the movie actually is. So I didn't want to skew the rankings, but I could see it being worth a watch.
Have you seen this one, Christina?
I haven't. I almost watched it, but then there was another plane-based movie that I was convinced to watch instead, and now I never want to watch another plane movie again.
Okay, that's fair.
I feel like this would be maybe a top creature for you, him being a pig man.
He would be a good creature, yeah.
All right, here's my pitch on Porco Rosso. So Miyazaki has like a lifelong affection and like obsession really with planes.
Flying machines.
Flying machines. In fact, Studio Ghibli is actually named after an Italian plane. Just a little fun fact for you. Know how much you love my fun facts. So,
was it designed by Francis Cabroni?
Is that from
The Wind Rises?
Yeah. So Miyazaki actually took like quite a considerate amount of time to study, what's the word? Flight. Aviation. In drafting like the sketches and how the animation will work, because there's a lot of like aerial maneuvers and combat and things like that in this movie. So like on a technical side of things, this movie's very impressive for that, really for that fact alone. And then it deals with a lot of war, like themes of war and how it affects soldiers, and there's gray morality and everything that's touched on in this movie too. So the fact that the main character is like a pig sort of shows that like he's the hero, but he's not he's a pig. He's a pig. So I don't know, I think
that's exactly all of the nuance that like didn't stick with me from it.
Sure, that's my pitch for it. I don't think it has to be worth a watch if you think it's a diehard.
I understand it being worth a watch, and I think it's one that a lot of people haven't seen, so maybe putting it in worth a watch will tilt the scales for them a little bit.
All right, let's put it in worth a watch so we can move on, because we have a lot of movies to go. All right, next up is 1993's Ocean Waves, directed by Tomomi Mochizuki and written by Keiko Niwa. It's about a young man returns home after his first year away at college, and he recalls his senior year of high school and the iron-willed big city girl that turned his world upside down. I have not seen this movie.
I also have not seen this movie.
I have not seen this one.
Wow.
This is the one.
Skip.
Although I'm sure it's a lovely movie.
Yeah.
This is the one what?
They got away.
Well, it was like, well, what happens if there's one we all haven't seen? We found the one. We found the one.
We'll put this in must-see for us and skip for everybody else. All right, we'll leave that in a category all of its own. Sorry, Ocean Waves.
Abstain.
Next, we're going to skip this one. 1994's Poko, written and directed by Isao Takahata.
So we're going to skip this one?
I don't know. What do we rank it if none of us have seen it?
Oh, I thought you were talking about Poko.
No. We're talking about Poko. Poko is about a community of magical shape-shifting raccoon dogs struggling to prevent their forest home from being destroyed by urban development. Another one of those eco-terrorism themes of that Studio Ghibli loves so much.
Timeless.
I watched this movie last night in preparation for this episode, and it's a wild one, let me say. I don't think this one had a big impact in America for a number of reasons. It dwells a lot on Japanese mythology, which U.S. kids in the early 90s definitely didn't know a lick about.
Here.
But now we all know about tanukis, right? Because of Tom Nook.
Tom Nookie. Oh my god. Mind blown.
That's like seeing like a Pokemon's name like explained to
And you realize the pun in it.
Like, Ekans is snake backwards, right? Like, oh.
Tom Dookie.
So the Japanese mythology is one reason why this movie probably didn't stick for American audiences, but the Tanukis also have their testicles showing in every single scene. So prepare yourself for seeing...
They're only boys?
Mostly.
Mostly. Hundreds of them in every frame of the film. So just prepare yourself for that.
Wow, yeah. Yeah.
Put this in must see.
Does this, I don't recall, does this have an English dub?
It does.
It does.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Because at the time that I was aware of it, it didn't. And I think that's also, it took a while for them to go back and do this one.
Yeah, I don't think this was, got an official U.S. release until many, many years later. Okay, so I think I'm the only one who's seen this one.
No, I have seen it, not recently,
Just
but
not
I would
recently.
put it in skip.
I would put it in Die Hard. It is fun. It's a really funny movie. There's a lot of gags.
And there's good creatures. They are cute.
Good creatures. It's not too long either. It's 90 minutes. It's really funny, and the animation is very good. Animating sometimes hundreds of these things on screen at once is no small feat for hand-drawn animation.
What's happening here?
Oh boy! So they use their transformation powers to fight the humans, and that takes on a lot of different forms.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Based on the image that Christina just pulled up, I think I again have to say I put it in skip.
I'm putting it in Die Hard,
That's
and
fine.
we're moving on. Next up is Whisper of the Heart, 1995, directed by Yoshifumi Kondo and written by Hayao Miyazaki. It is a love story between a girl who loves reading books and a boy who has previously checked out all of the library books she chooses. What are your thoughts on Whisper of the Heart?
I love this movie.
I just watched it the other night.
You both did.
Yep.
I love it. This one altered my adult brain chemistry.
Wow.
Altered your adult brain chemistry.
Yeah.
And Alex, what did you think?
I thought this movie was great. I had it as worth a watch.
I have it as worth a watch too.
Yeah, worth a watch is fine.
It's if you haven't seen it, it's not the end of the world, but it is a beautiful movie. Very memorable for them singing "Take Me Home, Country Road" a bunch of times in the movie.
When it first came on, the movie starts with it, and I'm like, is this like a translation thing? Did they? And then I read that no, this is the backbone of this movie.
Mm-hmm.
If you've ever seen, did you watch it in English or Japanese?
English.
In the Japanese version, they sing it in Japanese. They translate all the lyrics.
Wow.
Well, at the end, they have a Japanese version of it when you watch the credits.
The characters in the movie do sing it, though.
Yeah.
I think this is a great movie.
I think it's worth a watch.
I think it's definitely worth a watch. It's a nice romance story, but it still has a little bit of just enough of that fantasy stuff to keep the people who like that interested.
A lot of whimsy.
A lot of whimsy, and the animation is gorgeous.
The best creature in this is Moon.
The Baron can't be a creature.
So, with the amount of I know about the Baron coming into this and seeing this movie and how little of the movie the anthropomorphic Baron is
Well, here's some behind the scenes info for the listeners. I told both of them to watch this movie and The Cat Returns, which is a spiritual sequel to it, and there's lots of the anthropomorphic Baron in
so he
The
can
Cat
be the
Returns.
creature in The Cat Returns, but I think the cat that really propels the plot forward is the creature.
This is worth a watch.
This is worth a watch.
Worth a watch.
Okay, moving on. We got a big one coming up next. Princess Mononoke, 1997, written and directed by Hayao Miyazaki. While seeking to cure himself of a curse, young warrior Ashitaka stumbles into a conflict between the people of Irontown and Princess Mononoke, a girl raised by wolves, who will stop at nothing to prevent the destruction of her home. So yet again, we get that defending the environment versus industrialization kind of theme going on. We get some really amazing fantasy settings here in this film. We get some great creatures.
Big and small.
Big and small. This is as close to an epic that you'll get really from this studio. I love this movie. I think it's a must-see.
I have it as worth a watch.
I wrote must-see, but in my personal opinion, I think it's just worth a watch.
Okay. I mean, that's why we're here.
This
Work
one
out your feelings.
was too scary for me when I was a kid. There's a good amount of gore in it and some scary animals.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't like watch it until I was an adult, so I think I have less of a connection to it. But it's got great creatures.
Yeah, the best creature, as voted by me, is the forest spirit.
The little clacky guys. Oh no, the big one.
The big one.
The big one.
So this one's going in worth the watch?
Worth the watch.
I actually think the little clacky guys are very scary.
Really?
Yeah.
They look like ghosts a little bit.
It's the clacking.
Wow.
I famously.
This is the biggest upset for me.
Are the little clacky guys top for you?
I didn't rank the creatures. I love all the creatures.
He loves
I love them all.
all creatures,
The
great and small.
Nightwalker.
Boy, this is a big hit for me. This might be my favorite Ghibli movie, and I'm about to put it in worth a watch.
Well, I put my favorite one in worth a watch.
Hey, look, I'm doing it. It's in worth a watch, and we're moving on. Oof, that hurts. Okay, My Neighbor the Yamadas, 1999, written and directed by Isao Takahata. With tales that range from the humorous to the heartbreaking, we see the Yamadas, a middle-class family in urban Tokyo, cope with life's little conflicts, problems, and joys in their own way. Has anyone seen this but me?
I might have, but I don't remember it.
No.
No? Okay, well, let me tell you. It's a little bit like a Peanuts comic, kind of assembled into a film.
We famously love Peanuts.
It's a bunch of little vignettes in this family. Like I said in the description, some of them are heartwarming, some of them are funny, some of them are sad. All together, you get a nice portrait of this family and all their foibles and everything in between. And I really like this movie, but I think it's a diehard.
I think it's got to be.
Yeah. All right. Moving on. 2001's Spirited Away, written and directed by Hayao Miyazaki.
It has to go in must see. It has to.
It has to.
Well, let's just get that out of the way. It's going in must see.
Yeah.
If there was, this is maybe the must see of must sees.
Mm-hmm. And probably has seen for most people.
Yes,
if they've seen any.
This is a has seen. During her family's move to the suburbs, a sullen 10-year-old girl wanders into a world ruled by gods, witches, and spirits, where humans are changed into beasts. That's the little description of it. This movie famously was the first international animated film winner in the animated film category at the Oscars. It was, I think, well, Disney had already partnered with Ghibli in the past to be their worldwide publisher of their films, but for whatever reason, this year they really lined up behind Spirited Away. And
it was the first one that got a wide film release.
Yeah, and I think it raised something like $300 million. Like, it was a huge, huge success. What is there more to say about Spirited Away that hasn't already been said? I mean, this is just an all-timer.
Huge nostalgia factor for me. I watched it in Japanese with my mom, and then it came out in theaters, and we had to go see it. And I remember that very well. And it's just, imagery that really sticks with you.
For sure.
This is one of the movies that defined me as a human being.
Is that different than the ones that changed your brain chemistry?
Yeah. Yeah, this one, there's also a very funny scene in it where the dad is like off-roading in their little car, and he's like, it's fine, I have four-wheel drive and an American Express, which is a thing prior to that my dad always said. And it's a thing he still says to this day. And that really, that's what drew me in.
So you identify with Chihiro directly.
Yeah.
Through dads.
And also Haku is a sad boy. So
he is.
Love Haku. The best creature in this, No Face.
Oh, I was going to bring him up here. I have him downstairs. I disagree. I think the best creature, spider arm guy.
Kamaji.
Yeah. He's awesome.
What a movie.
No Face is too scary to me.
I saw the play, they released it in the theaters, and they really nailed No Face. It's beautiful. The movements, the creepiness. He's so cute.
He's so cute. It's crazy, but sure.
All right. Should we move on?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, moving on. 2002's The Cat Returns. We previously mentioned this one. It's the spiritual successor to Whisper of the Heart. Directed by Hiroki Morita and written by Reiko Yoshia. After helping a cat, a 17-year-old girl finds herself involuntarily engaged to a cat prince in a magical world where her only hope of freedom lies with a dapper cat statuette come to life. Boy, that's a mouthful. I don't like this movie.
You don't like it?
No.
You watched it?
I did watch it.
This week?
Yes.
Wow.
This is one of my few skips.
Skips?
Yeah.
I haven't watched it yet. I did not have enough time to watch a lot. in the amount of time I was given prior to this episode.
I was gonna say Die Hard's only because if you like Whisper of the Hearts, you may want to see more of the Baron. And it almost feels like you're promised more because I think they advertised the fantastical scenes from that movie a lot to promote the movie. So you're like, I'm going to get this Cat Baron. And then you really do get him.
Is it still Carrie Elways?
I don't think so.
Here's why I don't like this movie. The animation is crude. It looks like a made-for-TV movie. And
the plot's crazy.
I don't really care about any of the characters. And it wasn't enjoyable to me.
It almost makes you wonder why they didn't just make the story that the girl from Whisper of the Heart was writing into the movie.
Oh yeah, I was going to ask if Louise is involved at all.
No.
That's what I thought going into it, that the 17-year-old girl would be the grown-up.
Wouldn't that make sense?
Yeah.
No.
But no.
So, okay, we can put it in skip.
No, I mean, if you think it deserves Die Hard,
I think people will not suffer from not having seen it.
That's a nice way of putting it. I'm putting it in skip.
Yes.
All right, next up. Howl's Moving Castle, 2004, written and directed by Hayao Miyazaki. When an unconfident young woman is cursed with an old body by a spiteful witch, her only chance of breaking the spell lies with a self-indulgent yet insecure young wizard and his companions in this legged walking castle.
Wow, what a rude way to describe Howl. Also a fantastic sad boy, top tier.
Top tier sad boy, great creature. I like the fire and the castle.
My top creature is the Scarecrow.
Great creature. So this was actually the first Studio Ghibli movie I ever saw. The poster was enough where I thought, I have to see this movie. I need to see what this castle is all about. And I was pleasantly surprised. This is one of my favorites. I have it as worth a watch. I don't think it's essential, but I could be easily persuaded to bump it up.
Well, I have it as Die Hard's.
Ooh, really?
This is not an important movie to me. I didn't see it until I was older, and it didn't have like a real effect on me. I don't have lasting memories of it. I've seen it several times because I have a group of friends who we go to see the re-releases of all the Ghibli movies in the theater that they do every year. And every year I'm like, I think I can skip Howl. I think I get it. I think I'm good.
I didn't see this one until I was older either, but there's something about a top tier sad boy that really...
This movie is your brand.
Yeah, if I had seen this as a teen when it came out, it would have been my entire personality. I know that for a fact.
So this was a must-see for you?
This is a must-see for me, but...
How do we navigate when we're in 3 different tiers?
I think
it averages out to worth a watch.
Mm-hmm. Which, again, people could be very mad about that for this movie. It's one of the most popular ones, I would say.
Yeah.
Listen, Between the Shelves is only here to upset people.
It's in our mission statement.
This is actually the pilot episode of Versus.
All right, moving along. We still got some ground to cover here. Next up is Tales from Earthsea from 2006, written and directed by Goro Miyazaki, Hayao's son.
Poor Goro. This one, I think we just have to put this one in skip.
We don't even describe it. I also put it in skip.
I've never seen it. All I know is that this is the movie that Hayao Miyazaki said, oh God, I can't trust my son with this, which is rough.
Can I say I didn't put it in skip because I think the movie's terrible. Just everything about it is so sad that I think it's skip because he probably doesn't want us to think about it.
No.
Yeah, let's move on. We got some ground to cover here. We're going to move on to Ponyo, 2008, written and directed by Hayao Miyazaki. It's about a 5-year-old boy who develops a relationship with Ponyo, a young goldfish princess who longs to become a human after falling in love with him.
Ponyo, a.k.a. the Little Mermaid.
Ponyo loves Sasuke.
Ponyo loves Sasuke. Ponyo loves ham.
What do you think about Ponyo?
Die Hards for sure.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I also put it in Die Hard.
Wow, I had this as a must-see.
This is a must-see?
This movie's fantastic.
That's shocking.
This is like a telephone version of The Little Mermaid.
What's wrong with that? The Little Mermaid's great.
Exactly, so just watch that.
So you just watch The Little Mermaid. It doesn't have a wizard in it like the one that Liam Neeson plays in this one, but
it's got Ursula.
Yeah, which...
That's all you need.
Ponyo is The Little Mermaid with better animation.
I would argue against that. Little Mermaid is some of Disney's best animation.
And Ponyo makes it look like a child doodling in their coloring book.
That's crazy.
Ponyo is beautiful. The storm scenes at the end, the water graphics, like, that's incredible.
Listen, take this with not grains of salt, whatever the opposite of grain of salt is, because I saw this in theaters as a child.
A spoonful of sugar.
Yeah. So, I was the prime demographic for this, and it is memorable to me, but that doesn't mean that I think it is great or necessary to see. All
right. I'm sticking it in Die Hard, and we're going to move on.
Sorry, Alex.
Oh, I think you're wrong. Moving on. The Secret World of Arrietty. Arrietty. Well, now that's a little preview of what I think about this movie. Yes. 2010, directed by Hiromasa Yonibayashi. This is one I'm not going to be able to pronounce very well.
Yonibayashi?
No, I don't have an S there, so I could have spelled it wrong, or it does matter, but I apologize. Written by Hayao Miyazaki and Kaiko Naiwa. The Clock family are 4-inch tall people who live anonymously in other people's residences, borrowing simple items to make their home. Life changes for the Clocks when their teenage daughter, Arrietty, is discovered.
Arrietty.
I have this as a skip.
I have this as Die Hards.
I have this. You just watch The Borrowers.
Skip. Or read The Borrowers.
Yeah.
But it's got such iconic imagery, like her hair clip. That's a bag clip.
All right, I'm putting this in skip, and we're moving on. Next up is From Up
Why
on...
did you also put it in skip? Why did you say wow? You were part of that.
Next up is From Up on Poppy Hill 2011, directed by Goro Miyazaki, written by Hayao Miyazaki and Kaiko Naiwa. A group of Yokohama teens look to save their school's clubhouse from a wrecking ball in preparations for the 1964 Tokyo Olympics. I regrettably have not seen this one. I've always meant to.
I have seen it. I have it in Die Hards. Since you haven't seen it, I won't say the reason, but there's a plot point that I don't love, like a trope that I don't love that it uses. You could even move it down to skip, honestly, but it is a beautiful movie in the way that a lot of their like more realistic ones are. So somewhere between Die Hards and skip.
Have you seen this one, Christina?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, it's up to you, Tori. Where do you want it? I don't want to put any more halfways.
Put it in skip.
Okay, it's going in skip. Okay.
Sorry, Goro. I'm so sorry. To Goro Miyazaki.
Next up is The Wind Rises from 2013, written and directed by Hayao Miyazaki. Jiro Hirokoshi studies assiduously to fulfill his aim of becoming an aeronautical engineer. As World War II begins, fighter aircraft designed by him end up being used by the Japanese Empire against its foes. I think, if I recall correctly, this was supposed to be Hayao Miyazaki's final film.
Well, there's like 8 of those.
They're all supposed to be his final film.
So this, again, he goes back to his love of aircrafts and World War II, which is a big...
Is it because of Goro again?
I think it's always because of
Dang.
Goro.
Because Goro did Arrietty, or what From Up on Poppy Hill.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Didn't he? No, he didn't do Earwig and the Witch, did he?
I don't think so.
We'll get to it.
Okay.
Spoiler: he did.
Oh, he did. This explains everything released by them ever. Okay.
I have this as worth a watch. I really like this movie. It's one of the more grounded films. I think it's a very good coming of age story, but it also deals with, some of the war themes that I touched on with Porco Rosso. The animation is really gorgeous. It even has I haven't seen it in a few years, but it has a romance subplot as well, right?
No.
No?
They can claim it's a romance subplot all they want, but they could have replaced that with a lamp.
All right. Well, that's where
one.
I have it. You didn't rank it?
Mm-mm.
Where you land?
Die Hard.
Die Hard.
This movie is for someone. It's not for me. It is... The description of it really tries to sell the romance subplot, but this is 95% about building airplanes. Unless you want to watch a movie where plot points are removing drag from airplanes, you do not want to watch this. Also, the romance is incredibly sad.
I think these are strong arguments.
I think sad is not a point against it, though. You seem to be hung up on this for all of your movies.
I think if you consider other aspects of a movie, sad can be a negative. She's saying the rest of it is boring, and it's sad.
And it's sad. They just introduce a love interest to give her TB and then kill her when her husband isn't around. It's awful.
All right, wait, I'll put it in Die Hard.
There's a lot of TB in these movies.
Number one killer of humans.
It's true.
All time. All-timer, TB.
As someone once said, it's everything.
Read Everything is Tuberculosis by John Green. That's another plug.
Next up is The Tale of Princess
Kaguya.
Thank you. 2013, same year. Written and directed by Isao Takahata. Kaguya is a beautiful young woman coveted by 5 nobles. To try to avoid marrying a stranger she doesn't love, she sends her suitors on seemingly impossible tasks, but she will have to face her fate and punishment for her choices. This movie is gorgeous.
It is.
It's a beautiful story, which I think is based on a folk
Yes.
tale.
There's a Sailor Moon movie based on the same folktale, actually.
Fun fact. Go back and listen to our previous anime episode to get our thoughts on Sailor Moon. I have this as a Die Hard, although I personally think it's like almost a 5-star movie for me. Like this is as close to just about solid as you can get.
I have it as skip.
Have you seen it, Christina?
Mm-mm.
I think it's very beautiful. It has a very unique art style. It's drawn in like a traditional like Japanese art style instead of like their usual Ghibli style. But it's just not a memorable story to me.
Yeah, I mean, like it's a fairy tale. You know, the story's not maybe the
It's not strong.
point of the movie.
Mm-hmm. The one memorable thing from me is when the kids are chanting little bamboo," and that's not anything. That's the one thing I remember about this movie.
I think any listeners who are fans of Studio Ghibli would be aghast if we put this in skip, because this is, if you look at the movie's like IMDb ratings, this is like the highest of all of them. Like it's higher than Spirited Away, I think. That said, I have it as Die Hard. I could be. I'm now going kind of leaning with you.
Really?
I
think it's a beautiful piece of film, but compared with the other ones in this ranking, like compare this with Spirited Away or Nausicaä in terms of like beauty and depth. I don't think it's on the same level.
It's an accomplishment.
Here's
one thing I'm getting hung up on. If we put this in skip, I can't have this beneath My Neighbor the Yamadas.
Okay, I guess it could be a Die Hard then.
Or we bump down the Yamadas.
No. I mean, you could skip the Yamadas.
Let's put it in Die Hard and we might come back to it. Okay, next up is When Marnie Was There, 2014, written and directed by Hiromasa It is Yonebashi. You're right, Bayashi. Written and directed by Hiromasa Yonebayashi. Anna, a shy 12-year-old girl. I'm getting tired. Girl. Anna, a shy 12-year-old girl, is sent to spend time with her aunt and uncle who live in the countryside, where she meets Marnie. The two become best friends, but Anna gradually discovers that Marnie is not quite who she appears to be. I have not seen this movie.
Me neither.
I have.
Wow.
Uh-oh.
The only one.
Oh, no.
I
must see.
No, I don't think must see. I love this movie. It sort of starts out as like a ghost story and then sort of like evolves into a story about like generational trauma and stuff. So, you know, all of those fun things. It's beautiful to watch. I have this in worth a watch.
I can agree with that. It's one that I have meant to watch. I just haven't gotten to it.
Yeah.
They kind of sold me on an aspect of the movie that I don't want to give any spoilers because I'm the only one here who doesn't believe in spoilers, but this movie sold me on a particular aspect that turns out to be so not true.
A red herring, if you will.
Yeah. But I think this is worth a watch.
All right, we're moving it up to worth a watch, which is getting pretty tight in that category.
Our listeners have quite a lot of homework.
Okay, moving on. I don't know if this one's a little controversial.
I didn't even include it in my list.
I didn't include it in my list.
So this is technically a Studio Ghibli film, but I think we might
It's a collabo.
skip this. It's a collabo. The Red Turtle, 2016, written and directed by Michael Ducaldewi. A man is shipwrecked on a desert island and encounters a big red turtle, which changes his life. I have not seen this movie.
I had not even heard of it until I went and looked up a list of all of the movies. I didn't hear that this came out.
I've
I'm
been
sorry
aware
to
of
this
this
man.
movie since it came out, and I just have never been in the mood to watch a movie about a big red turtle.
Even I think it was co-made, co-produced. It's not in the art style of a Studio Ghibli. It's in an art style that doesn't look appealing to me.
Really? I think the artwork looks very appealing. But none of us have seen it, it seems like, so...
It's in that nebulous category.
It's in the nebulous category with ocean waves. Oh, there's a theme there. All right, moving on. Earwig and the Witch, 2020. Directed by Sad Goro. Written by Kaiko Naiwa. An orphan girl, Earwig, is adopted by a witch and comes home to a spooky house filled with mystery and magic.
Well, it sounds like I would actually really like this.
The plot sounds like you would, but here's my problem with Earwig and the Witch, which I have not seen, but I will speak on. This is an animation studio known for their beautiful hand-drawn animation, and they made a movie. They had Goro make a movie with the jankiest CGI I've ever seen in my life. I went and looked up the trailer because I skipped this intentionally when it came out. Looks horrible. It looks like inspired by Studio Ghibli. Why did they put this on him? Did Goro want this?
They're setting him up to fail.
They really are. They let him do things that are experimental or unusual, and then it goes badly. Yeah. Like this.
Heyo's giving himself excuses to come back out of retirement.
Is that what it is,
I
you
think so.
He's like, I don't really want to retire, but my son keeps making these stinkers. Like, okay.
Dad, give me a good project.
This is firmly skip. It's almost in its own category, I would say.
This is firmly in skip. Okay, we're down to our last film. 2023's The Boy and the Heron, written and directed by Hayao Miyazaki. In the wake of his mother's death and his father's remarriage, a headstrong boy ventures into a dreamlike world shared by the living and the dead in search of his missing stepmother. I had high hopes for this movie. I could not tell you what this movie's about. I have it as a diehard. It looks gorgeous.
I love this movie. This is also about generational trauma.
So you do like sad movies sometimes.
I like a particular kind of sad movies. I don't like a particular kind of sick woman sad movies.
I have not seen this movie.
Really?
Really?
Okay. I had it as a diehard. Where do you have it, Christina?
Worth a watch.
Wow. Put it in the middle.
I think the animation is top tier. It's fantastic. Maybe one of the best looking movies on this list.
There's a buff woman in it. It's really got everything. Magic. There's a lot of whimsy.
Although you can say a lot of the other movies have all of those aspects that you just named.
Buff women?
Yeah. Nausicaä has a buff woman.
It's true.
Kiki's Delivery Service has a buff woman.
You know what? Hayao Miyazaki, lover of buff women.
That handshake meme, and it's you and him.
All right, so let's decide on this. Let me go back to worth watching.
You can put it in Die Hard just because that has more space.
That's what I want to do. Yeah, I don't know. This movie just did not speak to me, and I was really.
I just think this movie is significantly better than Ponyo.
Oh, okay, well there's that.
Okay.
Let's put it in between.
I think we can put one more in between.
What was the other one we wanted in between?
It's
Kaguya or Princess Kaguya in between Die Hard and Skip.
Put it over at the end in between there.
Yeah.
What a terrible list we've made.
Well, we had strong opinions about almost everything else.
Yeah, that's true. Well, we did it. We came to the end. Look at our beautiful list.
The definitive ranking.
I'm actually shocked that more of them aren't in must-see.
Me too.
But I think we held ourselves back for some of them.
I had maybe 5 or 6 movies on my list that I thought would end up there, and only 3 of them did. So, and actually, one of them I didn't have in must-see made it up there. So, but we did it. We have definitively ranked Studio Ghibli films.
This is the correct list, the correct ranking.
There's no other ranking.
Mm-hmm.
There is none. If you see any other podcasts who have done this, unsubscribe from that podcast and get another friend to like and subscribe this.
And next year, we're going to do a Goro Miyazaki apologist.
Watch only his films and say only nice things.
Say only nice things.
We do need to start planning for next year's AniMAY, though, because we poked around with ideas for a year and we ended up with this.
And this is no longer an option. We took this one off the table.
I tried to suggest we just do a review of Sailor Moon the Super Live.
Oh, we didn't get to talk about that on the podcast.
Sailor Moon last year. Give it a break.
Not the Super Live.
I don't think our editor's going to be able to fix that, Mike Pop. All right, listeners.
Another anime in the bag.
Another anime in the bag, our third one. Can you believe it? Listeners, thank you for sticking through it with all that. I hope you go out and watch at least the must-sees and the worth-of-watches. There's quite a bit on that list.
But you know what? Watch them all.
You know what? Just watch them all, you sickos.
Okay, can I throw out a call to action to any listeners that we might have
Please.
who like anime? If you have suggestions for a topic that we should cover for next year's anime, get in the comments.
Get in the comments, to quote Brendan Lee Mulligan.
If it's a series, give us some lead time, please.
Give us at least 3 years.
to make it through One Piece.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's it. We did it. Listeners, thank you again. Tori, Christina, thank you for joining me. This has been a pleasure. And we'll catch you next time. Between the Shelves.
You didn't do it.
Oh, I didn't realize.
We'll take it again.
I'm still not going to be able to do it. It's fine. You can fix that in post.
You still haven't said it, though.
And I won't.